Okay, picture this. You're scrolling, you see something that you really like, and that's when your brain decides, before you can even read the price or see the price tag, your brain has decided already that it wants it for you. Your heart rate goes up just a little bit, and you find your hand is already reaching out to put in your bank details or your mobile banking details, and that's when you decide, oh my god, another impulsive buy. That's not you being weak. That's 300,000 years of evolution doing exactly its job. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between I need water to survive, I'm in the desert, or I need to make this purchase immediately. It's exactly the same circuitry. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. All about impulsive buying. And I just want to roger one thing. You are not broken. You are human. And sometimes those spending urges are normal, and today we're going to talk about how to respond to them without any shame to it. So first and foremost, welcome to the How Much Pod, where we talk about honest, open and transparent conversations about our money meeting purpose. We ask the questions that your bank account or your mobile banking details may be too scared to answer, and I'm your host, Mugabe Patsy, but around here you can call me the money girl. So the problem was never the urge. Actually, the problem is in those 5 seconds after your brain has decided that you need it. And today, I want to propose that we can fix those 4 or 5 seconds in the moment of that impulsive buy. But first, let's get one thing straight before anything else. Having a spending urge doesn't make you bad with money, and I think oftentimes we think that way, but it makes you it makes you a normal human being with a functioning dopamine system. Because in that heat of the moment, your brain has decided that you want it, and the brain just releases a dopamine hit, and that's why the wanting almost happens automatically. And the buying is actually a separate decision, but most of us were never taught that those are actually two different moments, and that's why the self-sabotage or the shame comes in. But I want to tell you something today. Shame makes this whole experience worse when it comes to impulsive buying, not better. If you buy something and then spiral into, oh, I'm so bad with money, I always do this, that shame spiral is exactly what triggers your next impulse buy or purchase. And because now you're not only just managing an urge, you're just managing that bad feeling about yourself and having shame around how you relate with your money. And that treat yourself somehow becomes justified, and that's why it becomes the fastest way out of that shameful feeling. So how are we going to deal with that? Before I propose any framework, I just want to reiterate one thing. The urge is not the problem. The shame spiral is the problem. So before we get into that impulsive buy shame, I would like to propose a pause framework. Now, if the urge isn't really about the item, you might be wondering, what is it really about? In my experience and in the small research I've done, I've found that it comes down to 3 things: boredom, stress, or comparison. Boredom spending feels like scrolling at 11 p.m. without anything to do. Stress spending comes mostly after a hard conversation with a loved one or a friend, or a bad work day or a fight. Comparison spending, something that most millennials or Gen Z find themselves being hit by the hardest, is being triggered by keeping up with the Jonases, seeing someone's life and unconsciously deciding that, you know what, I do deserve that. So here's a question I really want us to sit with. Think about the last time you bought something that you actually didn't plan to buy. Now, if you go back in that moment, what were the 10 minutes before you made that purchase? What were you feeling? What were you doing? I guarantee you, 9 times out of the 10, the purchase wasn't even about the item. It was probably a reaction to whatever was happening in those 10 minutes before and what we have just described. Willpower alone cannot just fix this. You can't just, knuckle your way out of a feeling that you've not really identified. So here's a toolkit I would like to propose when it comes to impulsive buying. It's called pause, and I want you to actually use this the next time that you feel that trigger to make that purchase. So the P is to pause actually. You physically stop. Don't add anything to the cart, just pause. A is ask. Ask yourself out loud, what am I actually feeling right now? And what not do I really want this? It's what am I feeling? What's underneath that want? Then the U is just utilize a time rule. Sleep on it or put a 10-minute timer. Do literally nothing for 10 minutes before you make the purchase, because urges are like waves, they pick and pass if you don't feed them. Then S is for say it out loud. After the 10 minutes or whatever time, say I actually want this because I deserve it. Or basically, if that sentence sounds honest and good, that's useful information. But if it goes back to the boredom or the stress of the comparison, that's your cue. Because the goal is not to never spend. The goal is to understand why you're spending, right? Purposeful spending. And if you go ahead and still skip all of it and purchase it anyway on impulse, it's also allowed. The recovering move isn't the guilt. It's just noticing without any punishment and trying to pause next time. So before we wrap up, I really want to leave you with a few guiding principles that I'm adopting. Don't answer them just yet. Just sit with them and think about it the next time you feel an impulse purchase is on its way. So first and foremost, what's the last thing you bought on impulse? And what were you feeling right before you purchased it? Did the urge hit you harder because you were stressed, you were bored, or were you scrolling? I need you to be specific with yourself. Secondly, what would it be like to buy something or not to buy it and not carry any guilt? Is there a category that you're seeing? Is it food? Is it tech? Is it clothes? Where are your urges really showing up strongly? And what's the one small change that you can do in your environment? Is it you're going to delete or unsubscribe from a particular sales email? What would you do to cut those urges off before they even start? So before we can also hear a money confession in the same, I would like to implore us to just pause the next time we feel an impulse purchase is on its way. And please share this with that one friend who is always feeling guilty about it and apologizes for their impulsive buys. So just pause. And with that said, I really want to thank you for watching up until this point. Please subscribe and share with a friend, and see you on the next episode of the How Much Pod.